Alright guys, this is your boy Roots here with another deck profile here. We got second place at the sponsorship meet tournament here at Pro Play Games. We're here with Ziggy, who got second place with Kozmo from Team Setback. So tell us about Ziggy. How was your experience today?
Good. This is the first time I go in PBG and actually get in the finals. Top 4 even, it was my first time. I lost game 1 and then against PK Fire, which I could have won, but whatever. Went undefeated till the finals, which was pretty good. I had only 1 loss and got to the finals.
That was great. So any shout outs before you get into the deck profile?
Yes, first of all, PPG, of course, most plus card shop there is. My team Setback, there's only a few of us, Aaron, Ethan, Chris, Ian, and a couple more. And everybody who was watching the stream, thanks for coming out and supporting. Oh, and Lars, yes, Lars.
They got George Machado here, they pointing out.
You guys can't forget about Lars. Two more strikes completes the deck.
Alright guys, let's go down to the deck and see what you plan.
Alright, so in the main deck, 3 tin cans, two German, one Italian. So beautiful, I love them. The 1 strawman, one is I really like this card. Thinking about pooping up to 2. Haven't played test yet, but 1 strawman, 2 farm girls. 3 is not necessary anymore. You got the tin cans. That's the one you want to go to first. The 1 Wicked Witch, really good against Monarchs. This actually won me a game because I could flip them and they're only 1,000 defense. 2 Wicked Witches, really good against the PK Fire or the BA because they can't be destroyed and if they don't farm for it.
Question about the Wicked Witch. We're a little more into it. Why? I understand what you're saying about the Good Witch, but a lot of people are cutting Good Witch or just go 2 or 3 Wicked Witch.
Well, Good Witch does that. It gets over Ignister by itself. So if the people still playing Pepe can just flip it, or it gets over my problem card, say Rafflesia or something, they have to do it against this. Same thing for when I'm going against Monarchs, just flip the Monarch, flip the big guy. And if there's an issue with my extra deck, because of domain, just flip it. And then just beat over it, which is like, it's an easy beat over. I don't have to beat over with a 28. I can beat over Prime with a 28 instead.
Okay.
So that's why I run it at 1. I'd rather see this on most games, because if they beat over your final ship, you want to just summon this out, pay 1,000, and then have them pass turn. Because whatever they haven't attacked with, if they can't fart for this with PK Fire or any deck, they're just stuck. I just take 1,000 for that battle phase, and that's it. So that's why I really like Wicked Witch.
Alright.
So I run 2 of them. Sometimes I set out the second one, but yeah, I run 2 of them.
Your explanation on those 2 cards.
3 Slip Riders. This is the card I use most for XYZs. Slip Riders is really plus, you know. Can never go wrong with the Slip Rider on board. 2 Forerunners. I'm thinking about running Dogfighter. I'm still testing, but 2 Forerunners. This is one of my favorite cards. I love gaining. I love that it's a 28 beater too. And I have in my extra deck I have only 1 XYZ for this, which is just level 7 Big Eye, because I love Big Eye from my Odd Eyes Magician. So 3 Forerunners, and of course 3 Dark Destroyers. This card wins games, bro. This card wins game. This is the whole reason why this deck is freaking valid, just because of the Dark Destroyer. 1 Eclipser. Believe it or not, this is really awesome when you're going against PK or something else that's really like targeting type build deck. You want a tin can for 3 non-targetable ships and they just cry if they can't have 0.
I saw a lot of people cutting that out ever since Monarch FTK is no longer viable.
Nah, you still run it at 1, because even though even if you summon it, say you didn't get off tin can, it goes to the grave and they twin twister your back row, you get Call of Hunting or the Oasis, summon it, it gets destroyed, you banish, and you get a free destroyer to hand.
Oh.
So like if you're like thinking like, okay, I know they're gonna have twin twister because the Brie is running it at 3. So if they're on twin twister and I just put this down and I don't summon this, I'll just summon a destroyer and do like ruin their place, or if they twin twister me, then I'll just target this and then get a free destroyer to my hand. More disruption. So that's why I really like this. Also, it's good for like, there was one game where they F0 my destroyer and crashed. So I summoned a Slip Rider and got a Slip Rider in hand, made infinity and won the game.
Yeah.
So searching for cards is really good. That's why I really like the Eclipser.
Okay.
Good for also like farm girl type searches or strawmans. Moving on to the spells, I have 3 Kozmo Towns. I'm thinking about running 1 Terraforming. I still haven't decided it, but 3 Kozmo Towns for now. 2 E-Telly, sadly, and then the one Reasoning. What this allows me to do is main the Max C's, which I believe I didn't show in my monsters. But yeah, so I took the 1 E-Telly out and the 2 Reasonings for the ban list and added 3 Max C's, which because reasons I won, it lets me run the maxis.
You sure you wanna? Well, I understand your theory, but a lot of Cosmo players will not agree with the reasoning with 3 maxi because you don't want a reasoning into a maxi.
That is true, you don't. But again, then again, you just have an extra monster on board. Period. You know, if anything, you distribute it for Slip Rider or something else. If you want, have a Cosmojo on the back. Reasoning at 1, I barely see this card anyways, and I have never reasoning into a maxi. So for me right now, it has worked. And there's so much BA. With this, you just stop BA completely in your first turn. Which your first game against BA is the one you want to win. Especially if you're going first. If you're going second, and it's really hard to win the whole match. 1 Regeki, 1 Dark Hole. I end up signing out Dark Hole a lot. Believe it or not, I ended up a lot. But mainly if I'm going first, I don't want to see this, so I side it out. If I'm going second, there's sometimes where I keep it in, you know, against the Monarchs or BAs. It gets rid of 2 waves of BAs, which is why I main the second one. So, because BAs you're gonna have like 3 or 4 waves for BAs. They do so much. The 1 Twin Twister in the main. I side the second one. Believe it or not, this has come up really good, and sometimes, you know, it has saved me a lot. So 1 Twin Twister just in case. Moving on to the traps, I do 3 Cosmojos. This card's broken. Sometimes I take 1 out, but very rarely. This card's so broken, and because your ships float, it doesn't really matter what, you know. The fact that you're banishing one of theirs is really awesome. You do this against a Norden, their Norden target just gets banished with it, you know? It's awesome. 3 Call of the Hauntings, kind of what you want to open with when you have a tin can. It's really freaking broken. What I did, and it's really important in my side deck, I'm gonna put in 2 more. I put in Oasis. Usually, after game 1, I take 1 out for sure and put 1 Oasis. Oasis turns it into a warm monster, whatever.
The worm
and
type.
if they were to system down, you can activate Oasis, and whichever one whatever they system down, the one that's on the field with Oasis is now a worm, not a machine anymore. So it permanently does not get banished with everything else. So I'm gonna side in 2 more, 2 more Oasis. For everybody that doesn't know.
What's the Dragon Soul?
This card? Yeah, Oasis of the Dragon Soul. I'm gonna run 2 more in the side deck, and game 2 or 3, I'm just gonna take these out and put 3 of these in. Cause system down is guaranteed you're gonna see it.
It's almost like you're gonna sight it in for the mirror match. This is like a mirror match tag then.
Pretty much, it's guaranteed you're gonna see system down. So Oasis is like the go-to for that. And then this is the reason why Lars got that shout out, because I do love that nigga. Met him at the YCS, and 3 strikes and 1 solemn. Tin can set 4 back row. That's what you want to go for turn 1. And if it's a Call of Hunting, the strike, you're set. So yeah, 2 of them were from Lars. I thank you, Lars. These are $70 cards, guys. They're not cheap. Moving on to the
sideboard.
The extra deck.
The sideboard or extra?
I'll go extra.
All right.
The one Cowboy, Abyss, and Castel. I don't go into my extra deck too much. You want the staples though. I run 3 level 4, so just in case something's a problem.
I haven't seen Cowboy in a long time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just in case. You never know when you're gonna use it. Believe it or not, my extra deck has helped me a lot within the last couple of things. My rank 5, which is the main one I go into.
Shark Fortress,
play these. This is for F-Zero when it's in defense. Vocasaurs, and of course you have your Nova, and Nova gets out Infinity. These are for the rank 5s.
Especially Infinity gets over to F-Zero.
Oh yeah, Infinity gets rid of F-Zero in attack. Pleiades get rid of F-Zero in defense. So regardless, you're getting rid of F-Zero when you have 2 level 5. That's why Slip Riders are my favorite. 1 level 7, which is the
big guy you spoke about.
Big guy I spoke about. I've gone into him once, never resolved it because my target got banished or attributed. I think it was. So I also got Gaia Fortress. When Infinity don't have any things, or when I'm going into time, I would Vocasaur or something. Then get on top of Gaia and do piercing damage to whatever's in defense. It's really good in time with level 5s. The one Heretic Sun Dragon. This one I'm gonna take out for a Felgrand or something like that. I still haven't playtested too much with it. The one Titanic, really freaking good, and Lancelot. Out of my level 8s, this is what I go in the most. This is like a good out to Infinity, to F-Zero. Also Beatrice, because you would attack over Beatrice, or you would go direct damage with direct damage to the BA player, and then to destroy Beatrice with this effect after doing the piercing. It destroys a monster, it destroys a card. So you destroy the Beatrice uses this effect, you detach and negate the effect.
Oh.
So it's really good with the floating decks because they won't be able to float. Mainly since in the gates you can do damage to them. And then the Chimera Tech and the Cyber End Dragon. If they for some reason Solemn Unova, I got the Cyber End, which is 4K. I haven't been able to resolve it. When I do, I'm taking a picture and a video of the guy that does it.
Hello,
but never Solemn or Strike and Nova. Wait for the Infinity. And then Chimera Tech, of course, for the Cyber Dragon is in my extra deck. And a lot of machine type mirror matches. So my side deck, the one Dogfighter, I'm still debating on what to do with it. I put it in here just in case. You never know when it's gonna come up, so I added one Darkfighter, 2 Cyber Dragons for the mirror matches or any other machine types, including Despot's. Despot's still a thing, guys, believe it or not. Matt for that. 2 Gamma Seals. Yeah, I barely side these in, but you always want to have them just in case. I would go for the 28, but very rarely do I find myself when I have a Gamma Seal. I have a Forerunner, so for the Kaiju, so I just stick with the 22, which Slip Rider can beat over. The other Twin Twister, usually PK Fire, you want to destroy the back row or stuff like that, or something that hurts you, you know. 2 System Downs for the mirror match, and of course Despots and any other machine types. Pay 1,000, banish all of them, even the grave. One Torrential. This one I did go into a lot too. When I'm in time, or I know I'm going to go in time, which usually against BA, I take out a strike and put this in. It does work. I beat a Monarch player winning this as well, you know, putting it in time, because it doesn't take any damage, and you also just clear the board. And with your floaters, it doesn't hurt you too much. 3 anti-spells. If I'm going first against Monarchs or Pepes, I'll sometimes put in 2 or 3 depending on how it is. But of course, you always want to have your Master Restrict as well for the Monarch. So 3 anti-spells, 2 Master Restrict. I won game 2 because of this in the final for those that watched it. And the 1 Oasis. Thinking about taking 1 anti-spell and maybe the Dogfighter out of my side deck and putting the other 2 Oasis. Guys, Oasis against System Down, Oasis wins. And that's it.
Thanks again for Ziggy for the deck profile. Any more shout outs, anything else you want to show with our viewers?
None. I mean, I've been practicing a lot to get to where I'm at. I'm still learning. Of course, always got to represent. It's a small team setback, but one day we're going to make it big. You're going to see us topping and stuff like that. And hopefully maybe PPG if Machado allows.
Alright guys, it's your boy Roots here, calling from PPG. Signing off.